Hey, what's up, guys? We got ourselves some major breaking news here. So, Vivek Ramaswamy, who at one point was polling second, between second and third nationally behind Donald Trump during the summer when he really rose to prominence, has officially suspended his presidential campaign after a stunning and just awful defeat in Iowa. I mean, he did so bad. He didn't even, he finished fourth. Okay, folks. He finished fourth. He didn't do well at all. His numbers were very, 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 very low. He got like 5% or something like that. It was like something crazy. Let me pull up the caucus results right here. Yeah, it looks like he's at about 7% right here. So Trump absolutely destroyed everybody. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen anybody win a caucus this fast ever in my life. As soon as 7 o'clock hit, which is when the Iowa caucus began, like 20 minutes later, everybody's like, Trump has won. It's like, wow, that was quick. Like, Trump's just steamrolling everybody. And I know that Trump's presidential campaign really wants to get above 50%. Right now, it looks like he's going to hit that number. In second place was Ron DeSantis. And then in third place is Nikki Haley. Fourth is Vivek Ramaswamy. You know, Nikki Haley has really risen up and is doing pretty well. I remember during the summer when nationally, when you looked at the polling numbers, Vivek Ramaswamy was in some places, in some polls, above Ron DeSantis and second behind Trump. And now you fast forward to, lights, camera, action. Now we get to see what's really happening here when people get to actually make the decision. And Vivek is fourth, and that's pretty bad because when we're being honest here, the reason why Vivek finishing fourth is so bad is because, let's be honest here, folks, there's really only one person in this race who has a chance of winning. That's Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump is going to destroy everybody, okay? But below Donald Trump, you pretty much got Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Vivek Ramaswamy. And Vivek Ramaswamy couldn't even beat Nikki Haley. And I think Nikki Haley has really gained some ground with a lot of voters, not only because of her political background, but I think she has done very well in the Republican presidential debates. And so, yeah, Vivek Ramaswamy has officially dropped out. We definitely can't forget that this comes about a day or two after Trump literally just ripped into the guy. And it was brilliant by his campaign. I mean, don't make no mistake about it, folks. His campaign staff told him to do this. Let's just make sure we make that clear. It's pretty obvious. His campaign staff, they were probably waiting this entire time to go after him. And my thing about that is it's a very weird situation with Ramaswamy's campaign. And the funny part is I actually like Vivek. I actually do. I mean, I'm not a Republican. I'm going to make that clear. I'm not. But I think Ramaswamy was a pretty decent candidate. I thought he was pretty cool. I thought some of the things that he stood for and wanted to do, I thought it was okay. But I think the main problem with Vivek Ramaswamy is he did a little bit too much of sucking up to Donald Trump. I mean, everything he did was Trump can do no wrong. Trump is the greatest. Trump was the best president we ever had. And I just thought it was very weird because, again, I get it. Most Republicans are not going to completely turn on Donald Trump because they want his base. I get it. But I think the problem with Vivek Ramaswamy is, dude, at the end of the day, you're running against Donald Trump. And I think Trump understood that, and Ramaswamy and his team clearly did not, because Trump is like, well, hey, I get it, man. You love me. You think I'm great, blah, 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 whatever. But at the end of the day, we're still opponents. You are still running against me. So got to rip into you, man. And that's basically what happened. Trump went after Ramaswamy about a day or two before the Iowa caucus even happened. As a matter of fact, he hit Vivek where it hurt. He told Vivek he's not MAGA. Like, ooh. And the reason why that's so important is because Vivek has spent his entire campaign trying to convince people that he could basically be the successor to Donald Trump. He's the next newer generation of MAGA. He's the newer, younger, wiser, whatever generation of MAGA. That's kind of what his little shtick was. It's like, okay, well, if Donald Trump decides he doesn't want to run anymore after 2024, or Congress, or not Congress, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean, they decide that, different states decide, well, this guy can't run, which we've already seen states trying to do. They're trying to get him off the ballot. I think Vivek is trying to position himself where basically, okay, well, Trump can't be the guy anymore because they literally won't let him run. Well, how about me? You guys vote for me, Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm the second coming of this guy. I'm not really him, but we're kind of similar. I believe in the MAGA ideology. I've drunk in the Kool-Aid. That's kind of what happened. And I don't know. I think voters didn't really fall for it. And ultimately, I think what happened was Vivek tried to go after Trump's base. And there's nothing wrong with that if Trump isn't able to run. But the problem is you're trying to go after Trump's base, but Trump's base is Trump's base. They're going to vote for Trump. So I think a lot of people that probably would have voted for Vivek Ramaswamy all voted for Trump. I don't think there's a whole lot of people out there who would vote for Vivek Ramaswamy because he kind of painted himself as the second coming of Trump. That is literally what he tried to do. Everything he does is what he thinks Trump supporters would like. That's the way that I interpret his campaign. DeSantis, whether you like him or not, and I do not like DeSantis at all, and Nikki Haley have found ways to separate themselves while still being Republicans from the Trump ideology kind of thing. Obviously, they still want to keep them close. They don't want to completely, they don't want to pull a Chris Christie and just completely go after the guy because, again, they want his base. But they've also figured out a way to kind of separate themselves. So they've made themselves alternative options to Donald Trump. So for people who are like, yeah, I'm tired of this guy, but I still want to vote Republican. Well, now you got two solid options. You got Ron DeSantis, you got Nikki Haley. And the problem with Vivek Ramaswamy is, well, this guy's just a Walmart version of Trump. That's basically what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's very intelligent, but you guys get what I'm saying. So I think that's honestly kind of what happened. And again, I can't stress this enough. That was just a brilliant move by Trump in his campaign to go after Ramaswamy just a few days before the Iowa caucus. And yeah, after that, Vivek Ramaswamy basically said, yeah, that's it for me. So he's done. Now, the other interesting part is I have no idea why he suspended his campaign so early. I guess the simple way to think about it is, okay, well, this guy suspended his campaign because, well, he got his butt kicked in Iowa. That's one way to look at it. But the other way to look at it is, I wonder what happened behind closed doors. Because remember, people, this is politics. Did he get offered something behind the scenes? Did somebody give him a call and said, hey, you drop out, we'll give you this? I'm going to be watching very closely to see if Vivek Ramaswamy gets some sort of, not even a cabinet position, but just some sort of position in somebody's administration. I'm going to be very interested to see that. If that happens, then that'll kind of tell me that somebody must have made a call to this guy and said, all right, dude, you lost big in Iowa. Stop taking the vote away from Trump, because obviously he's not polling well, but still, when you have all these different people in the race, it does kind of take the vote away from Trump a little bit. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much because Trump is just going to steamroll everybody. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, it's still politics. And we know that Trump desperately wanted to get above 50%. And so, yeah, I'm going to be watching very carefully to see if Vivek gets some sort of cabinet position. He might not. He might just go back to private equity and running his companies and just continuing to be a mega rich. I think he has a net worth of like $700 million, mega rich businessman. If he does that, then, hey, it'll be what it is. But I don't think this is the last that we will see of Vivek Ramaswamy's political career. I really don't. I think this guy is very good with his words, very intelligent. He's a slick talker, no doubt about it. And I could definitely see him running for other positions and possibly winning. It's just not president. I cannot see him winning president. I really can't. So, yeah. Anyway, just want to give you guys that breaking news update that Vivek Ramaswamy has officially suspended his presidential campaign. He is gone. So you basically just got Donald Trump, who's clearly going to win as long as they don't tell him he can't run and do everything they can to stop him. Donald Trump is going to win a Republican nomination. And then you also have DeSantis and Nikki Haley. So, yeah. Anyway, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.